it?
Because you want to bring business people on here.
But like, no, like if she were in our group.
Oh,
We'll listen to what she got to say.
I mean, she's not on anymore, so.
But we always talk to her.
Oh, yes, okay.
Am I right? You seen her before?
I don't recall. Sweet Chica. Hello?
Turn my camera on.
Okay.
Turn my swag on.
So I'm doing my don't mind me, y'all. I'm a braider. I'm from Miami. My name is Tiny.
Okay.
I was doing my hair.
What's your name? Where are you from?
I like her voice.
I'm Tiny, or Chica, from Miami.
Gotcha. And would you been in a poly relationship?
No.
Gotcha. And what takeaways have you gotten from like watching us? Things to do, things not to do.
What? I ain't hear you.
What are some things you've gotten from the show, like in terms of lessons or takeaways, like what things to do, what things not to do?
Honestly, Olivia, I just feel sorry for you. Like, that's what I got. Like, sorrow, prayers.
Okay, why do you feel sorry for me though?
Because it's like, I don't like how Sean treats you, for one. I mean, I feel like he getting better. 'Cause it used to be worse than it. And I feel like if you see all these women speaking out, how you still, like, you say you know the story because he told you, but so that just invalidate whatever the other women said. Like, you feel like whatever he told you is just the truth and nothing but the truth. You don't feel like it's no truth to what they said at all?
I'm not saying that, but what I'm trying to get not only other people to understand is that you're gonna have me invalidate like literally a whole year's, not only a year, because we've been romantically in a relationship for a year, but like literally almost over 2 years of experience with this man for somebody else's story. Like, I actually know him. I know how he moves. I know how he's been in relationships. I know what he does in business. I know his ethics. I know his values.
And at the end of the day, it's with her own experience. Yeah. Right? Like, let's just
Okay, but
speak on her. So, like, I guess my question to you all, I'm just trying to understand, like, am I just supposed to never date again because I've had, exes that don't like me or exes that come out against me?
No, it's not that they don't like you. It's the way that you handle your exes. It's what you did in your past relationships. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to date again. Like, people can change, but it's like the way you get on here, I see change in the way that you treat Olivia, but change as in like a relationship, I don't see that in you.
Okay.
Because your ego is so big. It's like bigger than your apartment. Like, your ego is so big.
All right. Yeah. So
You
I think my confidence is big. I think my confidence is big. I don't think my ego is big because the ego is designed to protect you from shame and guilt. I sit up here and I discuss the supposed most embarrassing or most private area with no shame. Like anything. So it's just like if I had such a big ego, I wouldn't even be talking about this in like the first place. Because most people, when we ask them questions about them, we can ask them something as simple as, do you hit the gym? Or what kind of business do you run? And they get very, very, very defensive about it. Maybe they feel some type of shame, maybe they feel some type of guilt or about it. I don't know. But I feel like if I had such a big ego, it wouldn't even allow me to talk about things so intimate like this with you all. So I think I'm just very confident. I'm very loud. I got a loud and strong personality, and I definitely see how it could rub some people the wrong way. But the truth is, I'm not trying to be for everybody. I just want to be my authentic self. You know what I'm saying? And the people that rock with me, they gonna rock with me. And the people that don't, that's fine too.
Okay, I don't know why you ain't just let her finish. It's like you got in it, and Olivia, do you remember what you were saying?
I was just saying that, like, we're talking about like invalidation. Like, you're invalidating my actual experience with him. And
okay, but
the point is, it's I'm in the relationship right now. To completely just wipe out those 2 years for like just other things, it just doesn't make sense to me. Because some people move with their emotions instead of actually looking for themselves and create, like, actually getting an experience themselves. They just want to, like, fit some narrative for that narrative. I'm not like that. I like to actually take the totality of situations and then actually make my moves based on that.
Okay, so you remember when Shanice said that about when he made her kneel and rise while his other queen, you laughed. So
that never happened.
That
literally never happened.
Like, guys, like, okay, I don't want to invalidate anybody's story. I'm not calling anybody a liar, but like,
you say that before you invalidate their story. You say you don't want to invalidate.
Here's the thing. There's somebody's opinion, and then there is, like, you know, what actually happened. And I'm not here to invalidate anybody's story, but like, I just think it's very interesting that we see this whole, like, it seems, this is all I'm going to say. You guys act like, and particularly in the Shanice case, you act like people don't do stuff for revenge. Where I grew up in a crazy environment. I grew up when girls would get pissed off. I seen girls bust people windows out in their car. I seen girls slash tires. I seen girls get guys jumped. I seen girls set guys up to be unalive. I seen everything. When girls be hurt, they light clothes on fire, they bleach clothes, they cut up shoes, all type of stuff. That's how I grew up. Maybe y'all never seen that growing up, but that's how I grew up. And nowadays, I feel like instead of damaging your stuff, instead of busting out your windows, or if you don't have a window, or if you don't have a car, now what people do is, oh, well, I'm gonna damage his reputation. I'm gonna tear him down. I don't want him to succeed. So again, like, I'm never gonna invalidate anybody's story, but y'all act like people doing stuff like to tear people down has just come around. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that so hard to believe? That,
because I'm finna tell you why it's so hard to believe.
But why is that so hard to believe? I feel like this is like the new era of, like, hey, oh, like, I'm gonna bust his windows, I'm gonna, like, slash his tires, I'm gonna do all this stuff. Like, what for what? Like, why? Like, this whole thing with Jonathan Majors. Okay,
no,
so this man, hold on. This man lost sponsorships. This man lost sponsorships. This man lost acting deals. He worked his whole life for this stuff. He comes out and went to court. Hold on.
Why you do that?
I'm gonna let you go. Hold on. And then it comes out, they go to court, and it comes out that, like, so, like, but he's never gonna get those opportunities back. He's never going to do that. So everybody has their side of the story. And I believe, as a man, I don't believe in paying victim. I think all this stuff that happened, that's on me. I clearly was fucking up. I clearly have work to do. I will 100% admit that. But you guys just make it seem like we're supposed to take somebody's opinion as, like, fact. There's two sides to every story. I'm not going to come up here and bash somebody. I'm not going to come up here, and you guys haven't seen me say one negative thing about any of my exes, because I've dated great women. You know what I mean? I'm sorry I couldn't be a better man and a better leader for them. But we can always paint somebody out. We can always paint somebody out to do such and such. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to speak negatively on somebody. I'm not going to do this. And I don't think that me disagreeing with somebody, or me feeling like, hey, that's their side of the story, but it doesn't, like, accurately reflect the truth, is on point. Does that to sit up here and say that I don't have room for improvement? No, I got a shit ton of room for improvement. A lot of room for improvement. And I know that. And I want to make it my mission so that any queen that comes into my life, or any woman that comes into my life, can have nothing but great things to say about me. Period. That's my mission. That's what I got to do. When a woman's with me, she's going to get love. She's going to get nourishment. And I can say that I wasn't the best guy. I can say I put people in crazy situations. I've been in crazy situations. I did a lot of things that were not right, not ethical, lying to women, cheating on women, putting myself in crazy situations. So I can never be mad at a woman for what she does when you put her in survival mode. I can't even be mad at that. That's why it doesn't really, like, bother me. The whole thing was, like, I just think it's very, like, interesting. Y'all just hear one thing and believe it. It's kind of scary, because any girl can just be like, oh, he great.
No, not any girl. It's the way, it's Shanice's whole personality, like her persona as a person. You say, okay, that's how she was on social media and blah, blah, blah. But then you say you don't bash, you always say, like, slick stuff about her.
What did I say about her that's so negative? What have I said about Shanice that's negative? Tell me one thing.
You said she did everything for social media.
Okay, how's that negative?
That's negative.
What's negative about it?
You saying that she put on, basically. You saying that when the camera's off, she a different person.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So because I told the truth and said I made an observation, she acts different on live versus when the cameras are off, you feel like that's a negative statement.
It's not. That's not the only thing you have said, but that's not even what I want to talk about.
Give me examples of. Give me some negative stuff that I've said about Shanice.
I didn't get on here to give you.
You didn't get on here to tell me because you can't tell me because I don't speak negatively on her because she's a great person. The only thing I will say is this: just because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean like you're vilifying them. I just disagree with her side of the story. That's all. The last time I checked, I'm allowed to have my opinion the same way she had her opinion. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I just think it's so funny how under every single clip, this girl was throwing shade at us. Under a clip, she's like, y'all are gonna love. Every clip, they're like, Shanice, you need to stop saying slick comments and spill the tea. We're waiting. And then she says, oh, y'all are gonna love this next video. Says this in the comments under every single clip. You can't find us throwing shit at her. Hold on. You can never find us insulting her. I think I may have said one comment like about communication or something like that. She throws shade at us under every single clip, takes a jab at us. Tells tells social media y'all gonna love this next video. Talks about she's so heartbroken and traumatized. Hold on. Talks about she's so heartbroken and traumatized, and then 2 weeks after the video drop is in a public relationship. Now dating, that's cool, but how long you gotta date somebody to go public with it? Bro, y'all believe listen, y'all believe anything. That's not weird to you. That's not weird. You know, every single clip. She's like throwing shade. Under clips, people are like, spill the tea, spill the tea, spill the tea. And she tells social media, y'all gonna love this next video. And then proceeds to make a video. And then she's so traumatized 2 weeks later, she's in a public relationship. That sounds natural to y'all. That sounds believable.
Mm-hmm. And then the thing about it is, I don't know how y'all expect us to believe stuff y'all be saying, because when Shanice was there and we used to ask how Olivia and Shanice's relationship was, oh, everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah, we cool, da 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 da. But then when Shanice leave, it's, oh yeah.
Who said the relationship was good? That never came out of my mouth.
Somebody asked Olivia. Olivia, you never said that? Her and Shanice said their relationship was good. You said if y'all had an issue, y'all communicated.
Let me get this straight. If her and Shanice said the same thing, why do you choose to believe Shanice and not believe Olivia?
Not believe Olivia about what?
Exactly my point. About anything. She sit up here and you guys tell her to ignore an entire year of her spending every single day with me. She's been here a year and spent every single day with me. And then you guys be like, oh, ignore all that. Listen to like, what?
Shanice she ignored it.
So Shanice was here with me for so long, for a whole year, before Olivia even got here. What happened? If I was such a bad person, why was she with me for like a whole year?
Trying to make it work.
Trying to make what work?
Whatever y'all had going on.
I think it was very easy. I think it was just very, very convenient. You know what I mean? I'm a guy, I'm alone, I'm here, I'm on my mission, I'm on my purpose. Got a nice little pad. So it's just like any woman is going to come into that and like play the role. You know what I'm saying? But like the moment we hit some trials and tribulations, what does she do? Not only did she pack up and go, all I'm going to tell you is this. Shanice never communicated with her. And when I tell you she had a lot of pain inside of her, she had a lot of pain inside of her. And if she would have just talked about it, that would have been a lot healthier than just going and like being in her head and making up. I don't know what her whole purpose was, but more props to her. I hope she's happy. I hope she's healing. And honestly, guys, I'm kind of tired of like talking about it. You guys are going to believe what you guys want to believe. If you guys believe that I'm such a bad person, that's fine. I'm not going to try to convince you, because honestly, there's nothing that I can say to convince you all. At the end of the day, even if all that stuff was true, the only thing I can do is focus on being better as like a man. I'm never going to be defined by my past. I'm never going to be defined by like my failures. The only thing I can do is learn from things, learn from situations, and that's it. And I've learned from a lot of those situations. I've learned from this whole Shanice situation experiences. I realized communication is important. And you also got to get rid of people sooner. Like you got to get rid of people. Just get
Why
rid
do
of them.
you
Like,
go
when you start to
on
see
rants
yourself,
like
get rid of them.
this? Like, you make people forget their train of thought. It's like, if you want to talk about stuff like this, why you can't do that when you doing them intros? Like,
Yo,
when somebody
respectfully,
asks a
it's
question,
my
you gotta be
platform. I'm gonna say what I want when I want, and I'm not gonna be dictated by what y'all say. I want to keep it respectful, but you here to ask me questions about my relationship, so I'm gonna say what I want when I want. And if you got a problem with that, you don't have to be up here.
I ain't asked you the question.
All right, well, you shouldn't be up here asking us questions about our relationship. I'm gonna say what I want when I want. My queen gonna say what she want when she want. And if y'all got a problem with it, y'all can go. We never want to disrespect anybody, but we gonna say what we want to say, and y'all not gonna tell us when we can or can't talk.
I never said when you could or
Well, that's
can't
what
talk.
I said. That's
you
what I
going
said.
for
So I'm
3
gonna make that
minutes.
perfectly
That's what I
clear.
said.
I don't want to keep going back and forth. What's your next question?
I know you said that the doctor told you that your eyes be dry. I mean, you forget to blink, but you really twitch. Like, do you have a twitch? Do you have something related to twitch? What is called when people Tourette's? Cause you do like stuff like this a lot.
Respectfully, girl, if I had Tourette's and if I had a problem and a twitch, I would let y'all know because that's not a problem.
But it's like we see it.
Okay, great for you, but I actually am in my body and I have been to the doctor.
What is that? What doctor you been to, Olivia?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, see,
What's
you guys,
the point of this conversation?
you have your
question.
Listen. This is the epitome of my point. You have your opinion, but it does not define reality. You're sitting up here telling us that your opinion is she has Tourette's or something's wrong with her eye and she needs to go to and she needs to go get a medical diagnosis. This is what I'm saying, bro.
Asked her
It's like y'all don't see how delusional that is.
How is that delusional if I asked
Bro,
her?
you said she has Tourette's.
I asked her, do she? I asked her because she said she forget to blink.
You said we can all see it.
Yeah, we see that she make a lot of movement.
Listen, man, you got it.
Okay. Let's say that you I do say yes or I do say no, whatever. What are you gonna do after that? Like, what's the point of this conversation? What's the point of
all y'all damn conversations? Because it's for people to ask questions. Like, what? You ain't make now money out of
what are you gonna do after that? Like, you're just gonna what's the point of the conversation? That just seems like a very pointless question. If I had Tourette's or I had a medical issue, I would tell you guys. And I don't. So that's the answer to the question.
And y'all be swearing y'all be knowing our life, man. Like, the stuff that y'all say is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, come up with something. It's wild.
Why do y'all allow people to ask y'all questions if y'all gonna get mad and blow up and
We don't get mad. We just point at the stupidity of it. It's just stupid. That might be the silliest. That might be one of the most uneducated things I've literally heard.
You don't get mad. You don't get mad when people ask you questions.
No, I don't get mad. Y'all just y'all are annoying sometimes, no lie, but I never get mad.
Don't think you is?
The only thing I get passionate about is talking about business. That's it. I have gotten passionate before. That was it.
Oh, you call it passionate?
Yeah. I mean, if y'all think that I'm mad, y'all think that I'm mad. Like I said, y'all entitled to y'all opinion, but y'all opinion doesn't define my reality. I'm not going to invalidate you. I'm not going to invalidate your opinion. If that's what's real for you, that's what's real for you. I learned to let people live in their own world.
Okay, Sean, when a therapist lady was on and she was named saying all the narcissistic traits, do you feel like you don't feel like none of that was for you? Like, do you feel like you?
Yeah, I told you I got narcissistic traits and tendencies, but having narcissistic traits and tendencies doesn't make you a narcissist. Everybody has narcissistic. 95% of the population has narcissistic traits and tendencies. You guys don't realize that.
But how to fix that? Like, you want to stay like that, or you want to? Like, how do you overcome narcissistic traits? Because
narcissistic traits are not a bad thing. That's just a word that people made up to describe a typical type of behavior. Like, that's a social construct. Where in the Bible does it talk about narcissistic traits? Where in any type of ancient wisdom does it talk about narcissistic traits? That's just like a description that they come up with people to like rob people of their power, like ADHD. Like, that is something. If you got ADHD, it means you're a creative genius. But they try to place these labels on you to like try to make you think less than of yourself. So it's just like, yeah, no, it's not real. Like myself, For instance, in school, they tried to give me not like handicap. They tried to give me like extra time on like my papers and tests. Now listen, while you're laughing, I want to let you know this. I have an IQ of 133, which is in the top 98.5% of the nation. In 7th grade, we took, you know how you take standardized tests in middle school, high school? Yes?
Mm-hmm. Like
Okay,
the
so in seventh grade, I got a perfect on my math. Like I did not miss a single question. Never been done before in the history of the state. I got a perfect. So clearly I have some type of intelligence
You said in 7th grade?
Yes, 7th grade. Perfect on my state exam. That's when I started to realize that, hey, I'm kind of smart. With that being said, they offered me like, hey, they were like, you got ADHD. Do you want extra time on your test? And I was just like, no, I don't need that. Like, no, that's a crutch. You know what I mean? Like they just tell you guys stuff to like suppress you all and take away your power. Like, and y'all don't be like seeing that.
No, yes, I do. I agree with you on that. I really do. You don't feel like, okay, with you and Olivia, it's like with y'all relationship, you can get on her about stuff, but it's like when it's time for Olivia to like, you know, as a woman to come to her man about certain things, I don't feel like Olivia feel like she good to do that. Like, is she okay to like be real with you about how she feel, or something that you should
I mean,
change?
that's the answer. My best to like encourage her to come to me, or any woman to come to me, but ultimately it's about what's real for her. I can have my opinion, but ultimately it's about what's real for her. So in my opinion, yes, but I think that's more of a question for her.
Olivia, why is that?
Why is what that he can like you
like he can't come over here. Why you going to the bathroom and we got people on here? Like, get over here. Why would you do that? Don't do that right now. But if Sean was to jump up and walk away and do something that you feel like he shouldn't do while y'all on live, you'll just sit there and wait for you'll wait for him with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And when he come back, you'll be jumping up and down. Yeah. But it's like, why not say, babe, well, my king, why'd you just do that? Or my king, I don't think you should do that. You know?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I actually do keep him accountable to things that would actually like help him reach his potential. And the thing is, we have two different goals here. And for me, I want to like be more on point in terms of like paying attention, make sure I am like being present, I'm being courteous. Like that's something that I'm working on. So he's keeping me accountable on that. I keep him accountable more off camera, such as, hey, like make sure you're actually like spreading your message. Because if you guys actually listen and you like, despite all the hate, despite everything, this man is like a genius in terms of business, marketing, connecting with people, making sure that people actually find solutions and reach the right people in business. Like he's a genius at that. And I always tell him like, you're a genius. Like you are like so good. You need to like share your wisdom. And that's something that he wants to work on. So we just keep each other accountable to two different things. And I'm not the type of person that's like, you told me to do it, so you need to do it too. It's just, we like are on two different like goals and things.
Wait, what you mean by that? You told me to do it, so you need to do it too. Where'd that come from?
Because that's kind of what you were saying. That like,
to be fair, I think a man is a leader in the relationship. Doesn't make it better, doesn't make it worse. But as a man, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman that doesn't follow my lead. Because at the end of the day, if somebody was to kick in my door, I'm the one that's going to have to freaking fight for our life and risk my life to protect my family. So with that being said, I have to be willing to literally sacrifice, give the ultimate sacrifice. You have to trust like me, my leadership, right? That's just what it is. I think all women want a leader. Most women have just never had a man that they trust, respect, and admire enough to truly submit to his leadership. And I hope that every woman gets that. Doesn't mean that I don't take advice from my queen. Doesn't mean she doesn't have a voice. But at the end of the day, I'm the leader, right? If we're in the movie theater and the fire breaks off, the first thing most of y'all gonna do is look at y'all man. What should we do, babe? That's just what it is. So
No, I'm
with
be
that,
like,
yeah, listen, if you guys want to run your relationships, and you guys go run your relationships, but I think that's what's wrong with our families. That's what's wrong with our culture now, is that women are trying to be men and men are trying to be women, right? Not talking about any group of people before y'all go with the cancel police. I'm just saying there's no polarity, masculine, feminine energy in the relationships. I think it works best when a man is being the leader and women help a man expand his vision, expand his mind, expand his mission. That's the way it's going to
so
be.
you don't feel like at some points, in a relationship that you can be equal. Like, yeah, my
We
man
are
lead,
equal.
but we still. You said y'all are equal.
We are equal. Just because I'm the leader doesn't make you guys fit like have it backwards. As a leader, leaders come last. Leaders come last. Like, I'm all about literally making sure the people I'm taking care of are like straight in business, in life, in my relationship. Like, leaders sacrifice. A real man is a man of service. He looks to give everything.
Okay, that's what I got a question about too, Sean. With your you say you be getting like 6-figure wires every day, right?
Oh no!
Yeah.
You not sit up here and say the silly stuff. Like, where did that even come
You
from?
be like, oh, I
When have
made
you
20.
ever heard me say I got a 6-figure wire?
So what is it? 5? How many?
Sometimes I get 5-figure wires. Yes. Sometimes I make no money. Sometimes I make 5 figures. It depends.
I just see that a lot. You be saying, oh, I got 9K today, or I got 20K today, or I got, like, you say that a lot. So I thought it's every day.
That's not 6 figures, shorty.
Well, whatever. Like,
I consistently do 6
you
figures.
got
I consistently do 6 figures a month. Yes, in revenue.
Okay. So every time, huh?
The business, yes.
All your money after your bills and stuff, like all the rest of your money go towards other assets or other businesses. Like, you put that money into more
Listen, I'm gonna just tell you this: the next $1 million I make is already spent.
On what, your car?
No, I would not spend $1 million on a car right now with no assets. That's stupid to me. Now, anybody can do what they want to do, but like, for instance, I'm about to go to a mastermind on the 20 later this month, and I want to spend $10,000 on a 2-day mastermind. That's stuff that I like to do. That's what I do with my money. I like to go get in rooms with people who are super successful, talk to them, learn from them. I don't value money. I value knowledge. I value connections, and I value people. I don't value money.
Olivia, what do you like to do with your money?
Invest in my self-development, in my brand.
Look, I'm gonna try to give you guys this, and I'm not the greatest person, but I'm just gonna tell you something that I have learned along the way as somebody who's actually overseen and actually done multiple 7 figures. Like, I've actually done it. I've become a multiple 7-figure entrepreneur. I'm telling you, you do not want to, guys. Money by itself is useless. Think about it. If I give you $1 million, I put $1 million in your bank account right now. Somebody put $1 million in your bank account. It's just in your account. Besides making you feel good when you look at it, if you don't spend any of it, what is that $1 million going to do? Like, what in your life is actually going to change if you don't spend any of the money? If it's just sitting in your account, like, what changes in your life?
Nothing.
Exactly. Money's only good when you actually use it. The only people who value money are the people who do not have a lot of it. You should respect money. You shouldn't value it. Money is very, very useless. You guys should trade money for assets, for things that will pay you. Investing in yourself, investing in your business, investing in real estate, investing in cash flowing businesses, things that are going to give you some type of return. Number one thing, if you're not making $250,000 a year, you need to invest in yourself. That's the number one thing you need to do. Get to your income to $250,000 a year. Once you're making $250,000 a year, you can either start buying businesses or you can start your own businesses, because now you got the skills necessary to support it. And then you want to invest in assets. That's it. Invest in yourself, invest in the business, invest in assets. Like, you guys think you need a home. Like, people buy a home, and that's okay. But what does your home actually do for you besides the fact that you say you like own it? Like, what does it actually do? Okay, I pay for rent, you pay for a mortgage. What does it actually do? Because you spent, you what? All right, listen. Which one is smarter to you? Paying $600,000 or $500,000 for a home and having $500,000 in debt, which you still got to pay property taxes taxes on every year. You got to take care of all the repairs every year. You got to pay for the maintenance. You got to pay for HOA. You're liable for it all. Or paying rent and then taking that same $500,000 and setting up. Hold on. Listen, you gotta listen. Just listen. Taking that same $500,000, starting a business that pays you for your rent. Which one sounds smarter to you?
So you don't want your rent paid for?
To buy your home.
You don't want your rent paid for by an asset that you don't touch. You don't touch this.
Do you plan on having kids?
Paying for your.
Do you plan on having kids in the family? You don't want to pass your home down to your child, like, so that they don't have to worry about
a business to your child that's going to give them generational wealth to pay for.
You can't pass down an apartment to your child.
That's the point.
Olivia.
All right. Listen, respectfully. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is why I say you guys should read this book. Okay. Right here, this little excerpt.
I'm not reading that book. Here's the thing. Sean is brainwashing you. You sit in your ass in that apartment, and it's not a penthouse. It's a high-rise apartment. That is not a penthouse.
It's a high-rise apartment
that's not a penthouse. Sean, show the top floor.
I live on the top floor.
Show the top floor.
I live on the top floor. So call it what you want. Last time I checked, the penthouse is the top floor.
You show everything else, itchy. And Olivia,
right.
you literally a airhead.
All right. We're gonna mute you. Just calm down, relax. Relax. You're muted, okay? The insults need to stop. If the insults don't stop, we're gonna have to boot you.
Sean, respectfully, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care.
We're gonna go ahead and boot you. We'll see you.
Bye, bitch.
All right. See you. Listen, man.
Character.
You guys say that we're the worst people, man. Only thing we try to do is spread positivity, man, to help you guys.
And educate.
An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Guys, when you pay your mortgage every month, is that putting money in your pocket or out of your pocket? A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. When you pay your property taxes, is that put money in your pocket or out of your pocket? When you have to pay for repairs, is that put money out of your pocket? Right? So that's just pretty much that, you guys. I highly recommend you guys actually read this book. Look at this right here. It says rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets. Rule number 1, you must know the difference between an asset and a liability. Guys, the truth is when you buy a home, it's an asset to the bank. The only reason why people like when you guys do realize that when you guys are taking these mortgages out, you bought a home for $500,000, but at the end of the 30 years, you pay like $1.2 million for it. Y'all do realize that, right? Like you pay $1.2 million for a $500,000 house. Like y'all do realize that, right? And you hope that it goes up, and then you got to pay a 2% property tax every year, and then you got to pay for maintenance and repairs. Okay, and you guys think that it's a great investment. Guys, it's an asset for the bank because they loan you $500,000 and they get back $1 million. And if they don't get their money, they take where you live. You guys understand that mortgage is French for unalive contract. That is what it stands for. If you look up where mortgage comes from, it's a French word for unalive contract. I highly recommend you guys read the book. It may sound crazy. But I don't know, man. I think you guys should just read.
I love that book.
It's an amazing book, man. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring up one more guest. Let's play some music, man. What you feel like?
Do it.
Should we play a little
Rihanna.
What's that?
What do you mean? What's Rihanna?
Like what Rihanna song?
Rihanna. Any Rihanna song, to be honest.
All right, Rihanna coming right up. this one, babe? Which one are you thinking about? Let's see if we're on the same page.
I don't really.